I'm running. You ready? Yeah.
Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, now we can begin. Today we'll be doing another solo build. The original plan was to build an outfeed table, but because Jace is gone for 4 days, I really want to build him something since I built Caden something. He's been really into art lately, so I figure I could build him a proper art desk. I always wanted one as a kid, still don't have one, but I think I can get him one. Before I get started, though, I just want to thank everyone for the support. Between the two of us, we both have full-time jobs. We're both learning how to build, and we're both learning how to film and edit. It's very difficult with a family and house chores and all those kind of things. We have zero free time, but thanks to all your guys' support, it makes it worthwhile. First thing we're going to do is cut 3 long strips of 3/4 inch plywood at 16 inches. I think that's how wide I want the legs to be. Got all 3 pieces cut to 16 inches wide. Now I just have to make them all 58 inches long. What I'm going to do now is have the legs taper in. Since I want all the legs to be identical, I'm just going to cut all 3 at the same time. So what I'm thinking is having the base at 16 inches and then somewhere near the top, 8 or 12 inches, have it 1 foot wide. So that'll give the taper in, and then from there directly to the corner. The legs are pretty much done. I'm going to draw out the patterns that I plan on doing, but I'll be actually cutting it out near the end. I just want to draw out the pattern so I can figure out the placement of each shelf. I think the right side is going to have 4, maybe 5, and the middle is going to have an angled part where the actual desk is. I'm going to have 1 or 2 shelves in the middle. In the middle, we're going to have it be about 24 inches wide where the actual desk is going to be, and the shelves on the right are going to be about 12 inches wide. I went with 21 inches for the length of the desk. I figure that should be more than enough. All I have left now is a bunch of pocket holes and sanding it smooth. It's going to be a lot of sanding. I think that might be enough footage of drilling pocket holes. To be honest, I've run out of interesting ways to edit. Just make sure you drill pocket holes in all the shelves. Well, the sanding's finally done. That took quite a while. All that's left now is to fill in all the holes. I can't decide if I want to paint before or after assembly. It would be easier before, but it would leave it marked up. So there's really no perfect way of doing it, because if you assemble it then paint it, it's difficult to paint. Start day 2. Last night I filled in a bunch of holes with wood filler. I liked how it turned out, but I did want to try using drywall mud. So I put it on the edge of the plywood, because when you paint plywood, it does not look the greatest. Normally I would use wood filler if I'm going to paint, but it's messy and we have a lot of leftover drywall mud. So I tried it. It worked great. Problem is, after I tried that, I tried rounding over the edges on some scrap wood, and I liked how that looked, and I think that's what I should do with all the shelves. So basically using all that drywall and doing all that work was pretty much useless. I did try it on the face of the wood, as you can see right here. It looks perfect, but I'm not going for perfect. This is for a kid after all. And I like all the scratches and dings. It makes it very unique, gives it character. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the actual faces of the plywood alone. Sanded it pretty well. It's not perfect, but again, not going for perfect. So yeah, let's round over all the edges. I make a mistake here that I don't realize till the very end. Okay, round over put on all the faces of the shelves. I think it looks much better. Now I'm just gonna sand them. I may have to put more drywall, and I have to sand the faces of the 3 legs. I also realized that I might put in dividers on the top shelf, but I want to wait until it's assembled to see if I prefer it that way or just leave it without them. Here's some fast forwarded sanding for you. All right, so Shay's here now, so she's gonna help me prime everything while I work on cutting out all the shapes. Triangles are all cut out on the legs. The priming on the shelves are done. The triangles didn't turn out the greatest. They're definitely going to need some touch-ups, probably going to need some wood filler, but overall I'm extremely happy. Started day 3. Yesterday we didn't get that much done. Today we have to finish. The boys come home tomorrow. We need to sand out all the triangles, prime it, paint it, assemble it, and I still need to cut out some support pieces. It's gonna be a long day. We did decide on priming and painting before assembly just to make life easier. Might have to do some touch-ups, but that's okay. So the colors we're gonna go with is white for the legs and mac and cheese for the shelves. The reason why we chose mac and cheese, it's a nice bright orange, and kids love mac and cheese, especially Jace. We're gonna see if we can do the triangles in the legs inside with the mac and cheese. Yeah, I think it's gonna turn out really good. Okay, the majority of the painting's done. Right now I'm going to work on making a little ledge for the actual desk part. So I'm going to put a rounded over edge on the little lip that's going to go on the actual desk. This will stop paper and pens from falling off. So I'm going to glue, clamp, and tack the little trim piece on the bottom of the actual desk to hold the paper and pencils in place. I did buy smaller tacks, so that should be good. Now we're gonna paint the final coats, and then we're gonna paint the triangles, macaroni and cheese, love the color, and then we'll start assembling. Okay, we painted a few of the triangles, decided not to do all of them. First off, it'd be a lot of work, but I think it'd be too much, and just a few accent pieces would look really good. Unfortunately, on one of the shelves, I rounded over one of the wrong edges, so had to redo that. So we're just waiting for the paint to dry, and then we'll start assembling. It's now the evening, so the lighting might be a little different. everything is painted and dry now. We can do the assembly and then basically just bring it up to his room, and then tomorrow surprise him with it. I think he's gonna love it. I think it's gonna turn out really well. So finally all done. It took about 10 hours, 3 days. We have busy lives still. Yeah, so I want to show you the final product.
Where am I going? Oh, I'm running. You ready? Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made that for you. My final thoughts on this build is, if you really want to save a bunch of time, don't do patterns in the legs. That took many hours. Also, if you use better quality wood, it'll save you from all the sanding and wood filling. Overall, it turned out exactly how I had pictured it in my head. Could not have turned out better.